Okay, so are you introducing this program? Okay. Come on up, team, and I'm going to give you the.
So good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
I have the privilege of introducing the HSU students who are helping us build a rainwater catchment system at Arcata Elementary. Victor, Katie, James, Klara, and they have a design for us, and then we'll work towards later in the month or later in to build this rainwater catchment system.
Not in May, May's a good time.
Yeah, we all
The slides are all right there. All you have to do is advance.
Good morning, everyone. We are from Cal Poly Humboldt. This is the Arcata Elementary School Rainwater Catchment System presentation, and we'll introduce ourselves individually. I'm Klara Hernandez. I'm a senior at Cal Poly Humboldt. My major is environmental studies, and I'm going to graduate in May.
Hello, everybody. My name is Victor Garcia Balderas. I am a botany major at Cal Poly Humboldt, and I am currently a fourth year. I have one more semester, so I'll be graduating in December.
I have 3 semesters. Good pictures.
We just put cute pictures of where we selected our system to be located.
This is the garden site where the system will be feeding. So we have an apple orchard, and then just kind of miscellaneous plants, perennials in the boxes.
And you can kind of see just in the background there in that first picture, just the tiniest little peak of the building that we'll be building off of. So it's just right there. Really close. So this is our design, and Victor made our beautiful prototype.
Oh, yeah. So basically, after we selected the building, we took a picture, and we first designed it through the computer, and so we could kind of visualize it and show it to the people at Arcata Elementary, which is Dave. And after he approved and he made some modifications, and we went ahead and we created a 3D model of the system, so we could actually see it's going to end up the storage container itself is going to be about 3,000. It's going to be 3,000 gallons. So that's going to be a lot of water. The next graph will have like some pictures of how much water will be stored throughout the year. The differences between the first year versus the continuous years after that. But yeah, if you would like to look at this, you can, feel free. We'll have it over there on that table, so you can just feel free to look at all the little details. We talk about the different systems, like the first flush system, if something that came to question, but we can explain that as it goes. Oh, of course. Thank you. Yeah, and then this is a zoomed in version. So the tank itself will be 3,000 gallons. The little people, cardboard people, the taller person near the front is equivalent to 6 feet, and the little person in the back is a 12-year-old, 5-foot tall child. So I was like, wow. So we can see the differences in size. It's going to be about 9 feet tall, 7.9 feet wide. Yeah, and this is our system that we are planning to build soon.
So this is based off kind of a rough estimate of average precipitation in our data, based off our catchment area, which is a quarter of the roof, about 440 square feet. So based off that and an average estimated usage, this is our monthly rainfall collection potential from that space. You want to go to the next one? This is how much we'd be storing in the tank. So you can see we have clearly enough water to last them. And this is an average precipitation. So, I mean, recent years have been a lot lower than the average. I think still enough water for the summertime.
So this is our cost estimate. It's very rough right now. We haven't factored in our foundation yet or our interpretive panel, which will be a huge part of this. So right now our tank is sitting at just above 3,000, and that's our most expensive item. And then we have just some PVC pipe. We have a zip tie, really a big spender on that one. For a rough total of about 4,000. But again, that's very rough. So we're not quite at our grant money there. But yeah, and I guess we haven't really talked about the interpretive panel, but that's a big part of it. So we want to have something for the kids, but also for people like students, like, you know, maybe the high school students or parents, or just people visiting the campus to be able to see how the system works and have some land acknowledgement and things like that on it. So.
Thank you.
Mostly for their garden and the orchard. And we have an overflow system, which you can see on the prototype if you choose to look at it a little bit later. And we're planning on angling it somewhat, it's a downhill the orchard. So if there's any overflow, hopefully it just runs right into it.
We're talking about water completer too, water balance storage, what comes in versus what's going out to water everything. Is that how you got your grant?
Yeah, it's a very rough estimate of usage, so it's not exact by any means.
All right,
It's just to see if we would have enough water to last throughout the summertime.
That was an engineer.
Anybody who knows the house, the gutters know that you can't get full of a lot of kind of gnarly stuff. If you have some kind of screening that goes over the gutters to kind of keep the worst of the detritus
Yeah,
out.
we do. There's actually a very large tree that they've named Big Ben. That's right over the roof. So we'll be having the school clean out the gutters for us, and we'll be putting a screen over the gutter, which has been shown at CCAT before. So
That gets added into the cost.
yeah, we didn't include it in there. It's like a lower cost item. So we didn't include any of the like screws or, you know, some of the cheaper stuff. That was mainly like our high points of spending.
There's also a first flush system. So the first rains tend to be the dirtiest after a long dry period. So the first flush would take that first rain, put it in a tank, and then the pressure would keep the rest of the water going into the main tank after that first flush.
And if you're more interested in looking at the details, you can certainly take a look at the prototype, and it's labeled as well. And we also have a little graph or a table that shows all the prices of everything that we're planning, or most of the parts that we're planning to include in there.
This is grant paying for this in our match. So when you give to Rotary Foundation, it comes back. I didn't want you to have to say it.
Are there any other questions? Thank you so much for being here.